So, ladies and gentlemen, if you take a look at on the left-hand side, you may see a little bit of the cows in the weird colors. And that's just because not so far away from here, there is a dairy farm. That's it. That's the whole explanation. So, at this particular moment, let's say we are approximately 20, maximum, like approximately 20 minutes away from the hill of crosses, maybe 24. And let me tell you what we will do when we get there. So first of all, for those who would like to use a toilet, feel free to do that. But just remember that they charge €1 per person. So there is a coin machine. So you can, let's say, put the coin inside of it in a machine. They're going to let you in. If you don't have any coins, you can, let's say, go to the information center, and then the girls are going to give you the change. Or you can pay by card. So then additionally there is an option for those who would like to, let's say, buy the crosses and leave them on the hill. So feel free to do that. On the parking space there are local people who are selling the crosses, and there is possibility to take these crosses and to buy these crosses and then write down your own special message, because they have markers as well, and then leave these crosses on the hill in some special place which you consider which would be best for you. And when everybody is going to be ready, we're going to go to the hill of crosses. On the spot, I'm going to tell you what is this all about, the story about the hill and the crosses and things like that. And then at one point I'm going to leave you on your own, so which means you're going to be able to explore that place just by yourself. And later we're going to meet, let's say, in the vehicle or in the van or in the information center. And after that we're going to go to our next destination, which is going to be the Jelgava town. So, and here in this case we are driving to the small little village. In this case it's Lithuania, and if you take a look at on the left hand side, this is the way how we like to have a private housing. So a little house, land around it, and then to keep the distance from the neighbor. On the right hand side, if you take a look at it, this is the local camping. So looks like it's started to be a little bit more occupied as it was during the winter time. But here actually I would like to pay your attention to the right hand side. See this gray building with the 2 floors like this. This is the typical project under the Soviet Union time of period for the kindergarten. So there are like similar buildings like that all around the Soviet Union, which was designed just for the kindergarten. So for me, like as I was born under the Soviet Union time of period, that was the kindergarten for me as well. So I went in the same type of the building, but just in my hometown. So about this house, I assume that it might be used as a kindergarten as well in this village. Pretty soon, if you pay attention on the left-hand side, you may see the two storks on the stork nest. So it's right over there. So we're passing by on the left-hand side. Just take a look at it. So see, there's a stork nest, and on above the stork nest there are two storks, the white ones. So the story is that if you're talking about this bird, then in our culture we consider the stork as symbol of life. So that's why we consider as a big blessing if you have a stork nest like this close to your home into the countryside. But when I